Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to do a little Sephora sale recommendation video, and at the end I'm going to tell you guys what I'm planning on picking up during the Sephora sale. It begins the 14th, I believe, which is either the Thursday or Friday after this video comes up. But I'll have all of the dates and details of the Sephora VIP sale listed in the description box below. If you don't know what it is, it's basically Sephora's like semi-annual sale event. It's pretty much the only sale event they do throughout the year, and depending on the tier of Beauty Insider you are, you can get a certain amount of percentage off. The dates of when you can shop also vary depending on what status you are. If you are interested in shopping the sale at all, if you're looking for a specific brand or a specific product, I would honestly check to see that individual brand's website and see if there are any sales. Sometimes they'll either match the sale or have a better discount than the sale. I know, for example, Pat McGrath, while they don't usually have a sale during the VIP sale, Pat McGrath does a lot of sales where you can get like 30+% off on bundles. If you aren't getting that discount with your Sephora status, I would honestly just hold out for like the Pat McGrath sales instead. I also don't want to encourage like reckless spending, so if you don't really think you need to buy something, I wouldn't buy it just because you can get a discount. I've definitely fallen into that trap before, and there are a lot of products that I've bought and didn't use and ended up decluttering just because I bought them when they were on sale. With that being said, if you are interested in shopping the sale, these are the products that I love and use all the time and would highly recommend. But again, like, spend within your means, don't overspend. If you guys are new here, I do have a budget for my channel for the entire year. If you want to learn more about it, I have a video like explaining everything. If you're new here, hi, my name is Vivian. I'm a robotics engineer with a love for all things beauty and makeup related, and I try to focus a lot on having a really curated collection and mindful consumerism. So I do love trying new products, but I definitely don't want to be just spending money to spend money and buying things because they're the hot new product. So I try to minimize the amount of spending I do and really think about what products I decide to spend my money on. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, be sure to like and subscribe if you aren't already, and let's just hop into it. I have a couple skincare, body care, fragrance items that I'll get into towards the end, but let's start with all of the makeup products. Surprisingly, a lot of the products in here are lip products, which is crazy to me because I'm not a huge like lipstick gal. I would honestly say my lips are like bare most of the time, so it's kind of surprising that I have so many lipstick recommendations, but I think that's part of the reason why I have so many recommendations, is because I am really particular about what I put on my lips. I usually prefer like a lip balm over anything else, and so these products are just that good that when I do reach for a more powerful lip gloss lipstick type thing, these are the products that I'm really reaching for. So let's start off with something that you guys can probably guess at this point. I have spoken about these forever. They're literally my holy grail, and these are the Summer Fridays lip butter balms. So I have a full size of the original vanilla shade here. I have these 3 minis of some of their older shades. This red one is Poppy, this is Brown Sugar, and this one is Vanilla Beige. I also have a full size of Vanilla Beige that is in my purse currently, and I have a backup of a full size of the normal vanilla. These are my favorite lip balm. They're honestly my holy grail. These are so pretty on the lips. They're nice and hydrating. They're a little bit thicker, but they're not too thick where they're gloopy. These shades have a little bit of tint to them. Nothing super dramatic and nothing that is going to be like hard to apply without a mirror. The applicator is nice. It just has like a normal applicator, but it's kind of curved so it fits your lips really nicely. I would say my most used is definitely Vanilla Beige. These also smell amazing. They smell so good. Poppy is like a little bit more fruity, and then the rest of these 3 are more like vanilla-y sweet scents. This Brown Sugar one smells like straight up caramel. It's so good. It smells like brown sugar, but it's one of my favorite like scents I've ever had in a lip product. I know a ton of people don't love fragrance in any of their skincare, but I wouldn't say this like lingers for too long. So the effect of these are stunning though. They did release 2 new shades, which are like a brighter cherry shade and then a more like baby pink shade. I am not planning on picking those up because I do have so many of these already. But if you're interested in any of them, I highly recommend all of them. The tints are just stunning. They're really sheer, so you don't have to worry about it being gloopy or like patchy in some areas, and they honestly just feel so good and they hydrate my lips better than any other lip balm I've tried, and I've tried a lot. This one is just always the one that I reach for. I love them so much. I love them like more than life itself. The next item I have here is also something I have so many shades of. These are the Merit Shade Slick Tinted Lip Oils. I have the shades Taupe, Falcon, Marrakesh, Au Naturel, and the shade Cara Cara. So these have a really pretty tint to them. They are more opaque than the Summer Fridays lip butter balms, and they are more opaque than say like a Dior lip oil, but they're not too opaque where they're like gloopy or anything like that. It's definitely not a full coverage lip at all. I would say the shades that I use the most are Falcon, Marrakesh, and Cara Cara. These are the shades that are more of those like bolder lip colors out of the ones that I have. This formula is super thin on the lips. Even though it's thin, it doesn't bleed out, which I really appreciate. I actually had on Marrakesh this morning. It's faded a little bit, but let me just reapply so you can see. You can see that they're really shiny and they look really juicy on the lips. I love these so much. Merit did send me a couple of these, but I also bought these on my own. I don't know how much I can praise these. I just feel like I wouldn't have 5 of them if I didn't love them so much. I would have decluttered them by now. I do have an affiliate link with Merit. You can use that if you want, but if you want to pick them up during the Sephora sale and save some money, highly recommend that. These are just some of my favorite more tinted glosses, and like I said, they're so thin, so they really feel like super comfortable on the lips. I love these. They're just really nice products, and since they do have some more neutral shades like Taupe and Au Naturel, like you really just don't have to worry about applying them. You really don't need like super precise movements or anything like that. They're just really good. They are kind of expensive. I believe these are like $24. I believe the Summer Friday full-size lip butter balms are also around $24. So highly recommend getting them on sale when you can. The one thing I will say are that these are both clean beauty brands, I believe. I haven't noticed any issues with them going off or smelling weird. Some of them have kind of separated, but nothing to the point where I'm like overly concerned. They smell and feel fine on the lips and the formula hasn't changed, so I'm going to continue using them. But just be aware if you're not super into clean beauty and like having products go bad on you before you can use them up. I really like these products. They are just stunning. I love the way that this looks on my lips right now. Another Merit product are their signature lipsticks. So I have 2 shades. I have L'Avenue, which is this like darker berry shade, and I have Slip, which is this just really pretty neutrally brown one. Look at this packaging. It's stunning. It really is. These lipsticks are very sheer, buildable lipsticks. So I am typically not a person that wears like super bold lipsticks, or if I do, I prefer them to be sheer so that they don't look like too in your face. When they're too in your face, I feel like it can look a little off on me, and I feel like sometimes it emphasizes like how big my lips are, which isn't always the vibe that I want. But these are the perfect amount of sheerness and buildableness. You'll never get like full opacity with this, so if that's the vibe that you're looking for, this probably isn't the product for you. But if you really just want something super comfortable and creamy, I love these. These lipsticks are so much up my alley. Again, the packaging is adorable. I think these are $26. Let me check real quick. So these Summer Fridays lip butter balms are $24. The Merit Signature lipsticks are $26, and I believe the lip oils are also $24. They're truly stunning. If I am going to pick like an everyday lipstick, it's definitely going to be this. I do have another lipstick to share with you in a second that I also enjoy, but for like an everyday type of vibe, these are usually my go-to. Let's just do that other lipstick now. So this other lipstick is the Rare Beauty matte lipstick in the shade Bold specifically. I am not a huge matte lipstick person. I'm just not. This is also very full opacity, so if this is your vibe, then I highly recommend these. These are full opacity lipsticks, like I said, but they're not like super duper matte. I feel like you can see there's a little bit of sheen there. The shade Bold specifically is my favorite, like, more glam lipstick color. Glam for me is not that glam, to be honest, but I love this lipstick color. I think it looks amazing on my lips, on my skin tone. I just love it. The formula is matte, like I said, so it's a little bit more drying, but nothing to the point where it's like sucking the life out of my lips. I would just make sure to exfoliate before using this in case you have any dry patches or anything. This shade specifically though is so stunning. These Rare Beauty lipsticks come in a ton of different shades that are more like your neutral everyday shades. So if you are looking for a new like everyday matte lipstick, I really recommend you checking these out. The packaging is really cute. It has this little lid here that you like pop in and out, and it has a flat back, so if you want to lay it down on your counter, it's not going to roll around. So packaging is also just like really cute and very Rare Beauty in my opinion. It's really nice. So if you're looking for more of a bold lipstick, I love this. And even though the shade name is Bold, it's really not that bold. It's just bold for me because I wear like sheer glosses my whole life. So highly recommend this. This is what I wore to my friend's wedding last year, and I just loved it so much. It was just so good. I don't know what else to say about it. So these next items here are also lip balms. So these are both from Laneige. This is the lip sleeping mask, and this is the lip glowy balm. So the lip sleeping mask is, it looks like this. These are both in the shade Berry, I believe. I have had this for years now and I still have not finished it. Does that mean it's maybe expired? Maybe, but has it gone bad? No. I love this. These are $22-ish, I think, but you get so much product in here. I have barely even made a dent. I would say I'm like halfway through this, and I've definitely had this for at least 2 years, and I use this every single night. You really don't need a lot. It comes with this like a scoop or a little spatula. I don't usually use that. I just usually like dip my finger in it. But this product is so good. It's so hydrating. Whenever I wake up, my lips always feel juicy. I've used this during the day too as a lip balm. I've never like specifically used this at night, and I like the way that looks too. It's very like shiny as well, so highly recommend this if you're interested in a new lip sleeping mask. There are a ton of different lip sleeping masks out on the market though. I haven't tried all of them. This is the only one that I've like really religiously tried, and so it's the one that I'm the most familiar with and the one that I really enjoy. This one is a little bit newer to me. This is the Lip Glowy Balm, but it's very similar in terms of texture and feel to the Lip Sleeping Mask. I would say it feels very similar on the lips, and it gives the same amount of hydration. This just comes in a more convenient packaging for when you're on the go. It has like a cap and a normal lip applicator, especially in like the COVID days when I didn't want to dip my finger into this all the time. This was a really good alternative, and again, they're just really good products. They're slightly expensive. I think this is like $18. What can I say? I just love a good lip balm. I want my lips to feel hydrated at all times because my lips are in fact like permanently just dry, and I feel like these products really help prevent that. The next item I want to talk about is this lip liner, or this is technically like a multitude of things. This is the Makeup Forever Artist Color Pencil. I believe you can use this as a lip liner, eyeliner, etc. This one specifically is in the shade Anywhere Caffeine, And out of all of the high-end lip liners I have, I only have a couple. This is probably my favorite. Honestly though, if you're gonna go for a lip liner, I find that the NYX lip liners are really good and they're so much more affordable. If you do want to spend a little bit more money and you do want just a more bougie lip liner, I really like this. It's a nice like brown and I feel like it outlines my lips really well. It's not too creamy, so I don't feel like I'm being too intense with it. It blends out really nicely if you just like take your finger and rub it out. It's hyped for a reason. People love this for a reason. It's been around the market for a reason. It's just a really good, reliable lip liner option. Like I said though, if you're not trying to spend $20 on a lip liner, the NYX ones are also really good. So the last lip item I have here is actually the Tower 28 lip jellies, or this is the Shine On lip jellies. This one specifically is in the shade Spicy, which is this super bright and sheer like red color. I love this in the summer specifically. It gives me a really pretty like just ate a popsicle type of look. It's super glossy. It's so comfortable on the lips. If this color scares you, there are a ton of like neutral everyday options. I believe these are around $14 or $15. I'll have everything linked down below for you so you guys can shop. Honestly, just really good. It's a really good lip gloss. I feel like it has had its moment on like TikTok and social media, and rightfully so. I think it's just a really good gloss. Tower 28 is also a clean beauty brand, so I have had a different shade of this in the past that kind of went off and didn't love the color on me anymore. This hasn't done that yet though, so just be aware of that. If you purchase this, like there is the chance of it going bad relatively quickly. This is just such a pretty color though. I am obsessed with this. So the next two products I have here are eye products. The first one is the Denote Twin Flames Multi-Chrome Pigment for eyes and face. This one specifically is in the shade Crazy For You. It's what I have on my inner corners today. It's just really pretty. It has this really pretty like green, like lime green yellow shift. I think this is so pretty on the inner corner specifically because it adds a little pop of color without being too like in your face with it. And if you shift your head to the side, you really can't see it at all, but if you look like directly on, it shows up. This just adds a little bit something extra to your makeup looks. I know she has a whole multitude of different colors. I believe this is like a mini size. I believe this was like a free gift with a order I made, but I have been loving it. I've been using it all the time. I've also used this as an eyeliner. I put down black eyeliner and then took a liner brush, put this on it and lined it, and I thought that was really pretty as well. If you want just like a fun look without being too in your face, I highly recommend these. Danessa it's just such a good formula. It's also not patchy at all, so I have tried this like all over my lid as well. I don't love this specific color all over my lid like that, but I think it's stunning as the inner corner moment we have going on right now. The next product I have here is the Makeup by Mario Crystal Reflector. I have mine in the shade Bronzite. This is technically a highlighter, I believe, but I use this as an eyeshadow topper. The main way I use this is just taking my finger, rubbing it, and then just like rubbing it on my eye or patting it onto my eyelid. If you guys know me at all, this is pretty much my go-to look. It's just like a sparkly, subtle shimmer all over my eyes. So if you're into that kind of look, I highly recommend this. This is so pretty. The packaging is also kind of nice because it is magnetic, so it just feels fun to play with. Yeah, you also get quite a bit of product in here because it is supposed to be a highlighter. But since I use this as an eyeshadow topper, I really haven't made a dent in it, and I use this relatively often. So highly recommend these. There are two different colors, I believe. There's also like a silvery sparkly shade as well. So I have a couple blushes here. The first one is my Merit Flush Balm Cheek Color in the shade Mood specifically. This shade is just a really pretty dark berry color, very similar to La Banu in my opinion. This formula is super creamy and it just has this like really pretty sheen to it. I would say it's not the most long lasting blush out there. So if you need your blush to stay all day, I probably wouldn't go for this, but it is really pretty. I think the packaging is nice and fun because you can just like swipe it on your cheeks, but this shade specifically is so pretty. It really gives me like that I'm cold girl look. I just love this color specifically. It's just a really good formula. I had a different one. I believe the shade Beverly Hills that I gave to my mom because she really liked it. But yeah, this is really good for like your no makeup days. I think it's a really good blush. These other two blushes are from Rose Inc. I have two shades here. I have Ophelia and I have Foxglove. So Ophelia is this more like of a classic pink shade. You can see that I've hit pan on this because this was in my project pan for a little while there. This blush is a really nice formula. It's more of a thicker moussey cream formula. I find that this lasts better on your skin than some of the other like more emollient blushes like the Merit blushes. This formula is just really pretty. I also have Foxglove here, which is a little bit more of a like a sunburnt type of look for me, whereas Ophelia is like a classic blush look, if that makes sense. You can see that I have not used Foxglove nearly as much as I've used Ophelia, but I think these are really good blushes. I think the compacts look like toilet bowls and I can never unsee that, but I also think they're cute at the same time, if that is even possible. I like that the blushes are refillable, so if you guys are looking for like a cream blush that has pretty good longevity, I think you should check these out. I feel like these aren't talked about as much anymore, but I feel like they should be because I do still think they're really good products. I think there are just so many launches that this is kind of shuffled to the back, but when this did launch, it was raved about by like everyone, and rightfully so in my opinion. And the last makeup product I have here is the Patrick Ta Cream Bronzer and Powder Bronzer Duo. I have mine in the shade She Sculpted. He recently just launched two other shades like in between the three shades he already had, so if you didn't find a shade that really worked for you before, like maybe there is one now. This is what it looks like. So it has a powder, or it has a cream, more of a cooler tone. I wouldn't say super cool tone, but more of a neutral cooler toned bronzer contour on top and a more warmer toned powder on the bottom. I think this palette is just super versatile if you are someone who travels a lot and doesn't have like a huge collection. I think this is really good for that. I think this is just a really stunning bronzer. The formula is so nice and creamy and blends out super easily. The powder is also like really nice and soft, so it doesn't kick up too much powder. It also just looks really pretty on the skin, so if you find a shade that works for you, I highly recommend these. He also has blush duos of the same format, so like a cream blush on top and a powder blush of like a similar tone. So if you're not interested in the bronzers, I highly recommend the creams. He has so many different colors of those too. They're more expensive for bronzers and blushes, but since you do get the duo, I don't find them to be too wildly priced. I do really like these though. I think the formula is just really good. So that's it for makeup. I have a couple of skincare items here. They're both cleansers just because I find that I have used these cleansers the most and go through these cleansers so often that it makes more sense. The first one I don't actually have with me because I have completely used it up and just haven't repurchased since, but it's the Inkey List Fulvic Acid Brightening Cleanser. It retails for like $12-ish or something. It's just a really good cleanser. I tend to be a little bit oily and I feel like that does a really good job of washing my face and cleansing my face without stripping my face. And again, it's $12, so I really don't think you can go wrong with it. I've bought it for my mom and my mom likes it as well. It's just a really good, gentle exfoliating cleanser, and I feel like it does make a difference in my skin when I use it. The other cleanser I have here is from Use of the People. This is the Kale and Green Tea Spinach Vitamin Superfood Cleanser. I am a little bit less than halfway through with this. You really don't need a lot when you're cleansing your face. Like a full pump is way too much for my entire face. I usually do either like a quarter to a half of a pump. I think this cleanser is honestly really good. It's really expensive, so I don't love that I like it. Honestly, like I think if you need a cleanser, the Inkey List one is totally fine, totally good, and you don't need this. But again, if you want to spend more money on this, I really do like this. The packaging is nice and glass and it it comes with the pump. I haven't tried a ton of other skincare from Use to the People. It's really only been this cleanser. I really liked this at night as my second cleanse. I find that cleansing balms usually just still feel oily even after I wash them off, no matter what cleansing balm I use. And I think this just does a really good job of making sure that all of that cleansing balm is off, cleaning my skin, but it doesn't leave my skin feeling stripped, which is the most important thing. I've seen reviews where people have said that it leaves their skin feeling too stripped, so if you have dry skin, I definitely wouldn't recommend this, but since I do have more like normal combo skin, this has worked great for me. So the last couple items I have here are fragrances and like hair care items. So the fragrance I specifically want to talk about is the Replica Coffee Break fragrance. This is pricey. It's so expensive. I think it's like $160 now, but it is quite literally my favorite fragrance of all time. I know fragrances are very personal and like this might not be your vibe. It's described as creamy and cozy coffee. It's supposed to be like a unisex fragrance, so I just love this so much. I feel like it's very sexy and sensual, but also like warm and cozy. This is just like my favorite fragrance of all time and will be, and I truly don't think that I'll ever get over it. The bottle is really cute in my opinion. It doesn't have a lid, so like probably not the best travel fragrance, but they do sell travel sizes. Obviously though, if you're planning on purchasing any fragrances, I would highly recommend going into store and testing it out before buying it, because like I said, fragrance is so personal. You really don't like want to spend $160 on something that you're not even gonna like. So highly recommend this if you are into similar scents that I am, which are like those warm, sweet, sexy scents. Alternatively, I have a hair perfume here. This one's from Jisoo. This is the honey infused hair perfume. This smells really good in my opinion. It just smells like really fresh. I know they have a lavender scent of this, which I really want to purchase in the future. Not this time though, because I just don't need it right now. But this hair perfume just smells really like sweet and fresh. It borderlines like too sweet. Again, if you're like planning on picking up a fragrance, go smell it in person and see if you like it. But I just think the packaging is so cute. I love the way this smells in my hair. It makes my hair feel like refreshed after a couple days where I don't wash my hair, so it smells really good. And it does linger. I find that if I spray it in my hair, like I'll still smell it like towards the end of the day, or sometimes even the next day if I have my hair up in any sort of way. The last two items I have here are hair oils specifically. I never used to be a big hair oil person, but ever since I permed my hair, dyed my hair has been splitting a lot, and I've been trying to prevent that from happening more. So I have two hair oils here. This first one is from Day. This is the prickly pear hair oil. This one comes in a pump, and I find that one pump is plenty. I will say the cap of this broke, and I don't love the packaging of this if you're traveling with it specifically, because somehow oil keeps getting like all over this top part. I always travel with the cap on and the cap never comes off, so you know, I don't know exactly how that works. I love the way this smells specifically. It smells like Fruit Loops to me. It's just this really like fresh citrusy scent, and I love the way this smells in my hair. It's also more of a thicker hair oil, as you can maybe see from like me moving it. If this is too like heavy for you, I also really like the Bread hair oil. This is the Everyday Gloss hair oil. Again, the packaging is really cute. I really like this little knob thing. I don't know, it's really cute to me. It's very aesthetic to like display. This one is more liquidy compared to the Day hair oil, so if the Day one is like too thick for you, you might really like this one. I really don't think you can go wrong with either of these. It just depends on your hair preference. They both smell very similar. I slightly prefer the scent of the Day hair oil, but this one is also that like kind of fruity hair smell, and my hair always looks shiny, so just really good products. Those are all of my recommendations for the Sephora VIB sale. If you want to pick something up, I stand by all of those products. I think they're truly just amazing products. But I wanted to share with you guys the products that I'm planning on picking up. So I'm just on my phone because I am going through all of the items that I have in my loves list on Sephora. These are all the things that I'm planning on picking up, and I'm trying very hard not to deviate from this. The first item on here is the Ami Collet, the Custom Crew set, which comes with a highlighter, a lip oil, and their skin tint. The lightest shade of the skin tint is described as a light medium neutral olive, which is what I believe that I am. I've been in a really big skin tint phase lately, so I really wanted to try this. I've heard really good things about the lip oil as well. The highlighter, I feel like I could take or leave because it looks like a very sheer base, like just like it doesn't look like there's any shimmer in it. It just looks like Vaseline, honestly. So I could take or leave it, but the set is $60 when it retails for $84. It also comes with this little bag, and again, like I said, the lightest shade of the skin tint is described as a light medium neutral olive, which is what I think I am. Heard good things about the lip oils, like I said, and I've heard good things about the skin tint as well, so I'm excited to try this. I don't know why I'm in a huge like skin tint phase right now, but I've been liking it. I will say the shades of the skin tints are geared towards more deeper skin tones, which we love to see, but if you are thinking of picking up this set, I don't think this is for you if you are any more paler than me. I honestly think the lightest shade, called medium 2, is going to be slightly too deep for me based on the swatches that I've seen. The next item is the Rare Beauty Blot and Glow Touch-Up Kit. So this kit looks really cute. It's like a little compact that comes with blotting sheets and a powder puff, and the powder puff comes built in with powder, so you don't have to carry an extra powder with you. This idea seems very intriguing to me. I love a good like blotting sheet. I have like these that sit on my desk right here, or my vanity. I have like another pair in my purse at all times. Throughout the day I tend to get really oily in my T-zone specifically, so it's always nice to just have like something extra. I like the idea of having a powder puff that has built-in powder. I haven't heard like a ton about that, but it's exciting to think about. It retails for $26, so we'll see how it goes. And it also comes with a little mirror, so I just feel like it'd be really convenient to have on the go and in my purse. The next item here is the Summer Fridays Sheer Skin Tint with hyaluronic acid and squalane. I'm planning on picking this up in the shade 4, light medium with neutral olive undertones. Again, I think I'm a neutral olive undertone galley. Like I said, I've been really into skin tints lately. I think the next video you see after this one will be a full face of Glossier. I have honestly been really liking the skin tint vibes. Depending on how good or bad my skin is, I like just having like an even tone all over my face, so I think this would go along with that really well. The next item I have here is the Topicals High Roller Ingrown Hair Tonic with AHA and BHA. I haven't heard that many things about this. I haven't heard a lot of things about topicals in general. I know a lot of people like their like butter moisturizer, I believe. I've never tried that. I'm sure it's delicious. I've seen lots of good things about it. I wanted to get the ingrown hair tonic specifically because this looks like a rollerball application, and I get ingrown hairs on my armpits a lot, and it's always just really annoying to me. I really hate having ingrown hairs on my armpits, and I feel like this is the perfect product to help get rid of that. It retails for $26, so I'm just excited to try it. It looks like it has good reviews on Sephora. I've heard good things about topicals as a brand in general, so I feel like this would be good. The next item I have here is the Tower 28 Beauty Mascara. It's specifically the Make Waves Lengthening and Volumizing Mascara. It retails for $20. I have just heard such good things about this mascara. I'm not a huge normal mascara girly, but ever since I got that Pamel mascara base, like the lash primer, that I used in my K-beauty video. I have been really liking some of my non-waterproof, non-tubing mascara formulas, and so I've heard really good things about this mascara specifically. I wanted to try it for like since it launched, so I think this is the perfect opportunity to try it. The one thing that I'm not 100% sure I'll get is the Rare Beauty Positive Light Under Eye Brightener, and purely because it is sold out constantly. It comes in and out of stock a lot, but I just don't think that it'll come into stock when the Sephora sale hits, so I just don't think I'll be able to purchase it, and I am telling myself that I am not going to purchase it like outside of the sale. So if it is in stock, I will probably pick that up because I do like a light coverage concealer sometimes. I don't really brighten underneath my eyes very often, but I feel like this would be a product that I would like. And also I love most things Rare Beauty in general, so I feel like this would be a really good addition to my collection. So that's everything I have in my loves list right now. I did used to have the Milk Makeup, the new contour stick, and the Tower 28 Sculptino. I purchased those outside of the Sephora sale. Spoiler, I purchased those previously because Sephora was having like a point multiplier for all bronzers and contours, and you know, I just wanted some more Sephora points, so I purchased those, and so I'm not going to be picking them up during the Sephora sale. I did deduct that from my channel budget already. You know, that's just gone from my budget, but I'm still leaving myself with the $150 budget for the sale specifically. If you have tried any of those products that I'm planning on picking up and you love them, hate them, please let me know down in the comments below. If you hate them, like I probably won't pick them up, or if you love them, I definitely will. That is pretty much it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. I hope this was helpful and will help you curate your carts for the Sephora sale. Again, I think it's really important to stress that like if you don't have the budget to be spending money, like please don't do it just because things are on sale. The Sephora sale is always going to come back, and even if you do really want a product and you can afford it, be sure to check the individual retailers. It's because they might have some better deals going on. Just trying to save you as much money as you can from someone who has spent a lot of money on products that I've given away or donated. You know, it's just makeup can be very expensive, especially the makeup at Sephora, so don't overspend, don't spend outside of your means. But if you do want to spend or have the means to spend, I really like all of the products I talked about before. I think they're just really good products that are versatile. All of the products I talked about have a really good range of colors and a really good formula. That is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. If you did, be sure to like and subscribe if you aren't already. I'm posting 2 videos a week on Mondays and Thursdays at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. If you want to be notified every time I post, click the little bell icon. Otherwise, I will see you in my next one. Thanks again for watching. Bye guys.